Hello, YouTube. I'm back. Much calmer. I'm glad my semester is over, and glad that I have a dissertation chair. And I'm going to be booking my ticket to go to California in August to sit down and talk more about my research. I'm really excited about that. That's all I'm thinking about, y'all. Because my book, the reason for this channel, the Blackwell theory, that's what my research is. That's what my life's work is getting ready to be. If it ain't about black wellness, I don't want to do it. And black wellness is not trauma, okay? It's not trauma. I've done all of that. It's not trauma. But I wanted to get on here to be obedient to my guidance, which is, the universe, God, Jesus, source, the Orishas that I'm studying now, and had no idea, y'all, that there was in Orisha, Oya, Oya, whose name is Storm. So I'm studying that. I had no idea about that when I went out there and meditated to the thunder. So there's a part of me that believes that Storm, chose me. And I'm rolling with that, y'all, as I'm just researching other belief systems. So, but at the heart of my belief system, it is, I hear the guy saying Christianity. It's Jesus. And he that hath an ear, let him hear. What I got in my meditation the other day, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it the way I heard it, especially to y'all, the Christian church, the black Christian church. God, as you know him, is a little frustrated with black folks that go to church. Simply because it's like I hear God saying, I don't even know what y'all want. I don't know if you want freedom, if you want wealth, if you want success, if you want peace. The energy is confusing to God. It's not a sweet smelling savor that's going up. And this is what I mean by that. And this is a big part of my book, y'all, that unless you are in touch with your true emotions, you cannot be in touch with the God of this universe. Because God works through feelings, how we feel. God cannot heal a lie. He cannot soothe a lie. And let me tell you what I mean by that. If we are still hee and ha-ha and smiling in somebody's face, knowing damn well we don't trust them, we don't like them, we don't fuck with them like that, but we still hee and ha-ha and showing up as if we do, you see how confusing that is? You see how confusing? Like, you're in the face of somebody that hurt you, that wounded you, that betrayed you, and you're still smiling and giving them access to you as if they your best friend. And hell, these days, it might be your best friend. It killed me how people still call folks their friend. My friend did me this way. How they still got the title of friend if they did you a certain way? You need to realize how brilliant you are. And that's what God's saying to his people. You've forgotten how wonderful and amazing you are, because black church folks, you are God's chosen people. You really are. Now, I've been saying this for a long time. Let me stop hollering. I've saying it for a long time. The scripture said the first shall be last and the last shall be first. We've been last and we getting ready to be first. Something is getting ready to hit this land, y'all. My guidance tells me probably around July. And it's not just because that's when my book is coming out. But I know my book is going to be a sacred aid to a lot of people when whatever happens. Something is going to shift the earth, the world. And that's all I'm going to say, about that. Because I'm not about, scaring anybody. Because we're going to be all right if we are honest about what it is that we feel. I mean, my guidance tells me just as clear. If you in a relationship, black women, let me talk to you, because I think we have the potential to vibe higher than anybody on the planet. Like, we're more educated, we're more well-versed, we're more traveled. A lot of this message, it's to you, it's to us, it came to me. It came to me that whatever I say and speak and feel and do, it's got to be aligned. I can't even tell you cute just to connect if I know your shoes really ugly. I mean, real talk. I just ain't gonna even say nothing about your shoes because the guy just won't let me. Walking in that much integrity. Now, you can't show up one way and feel another. And so this is what I was saying to black women. You can't be with a man just because he taking care of you. You don't love him. You don't respect him. You don't care about him. You don't like his kids and all of that. You can't be with him just because he's taking care of you. Because God is saying, what? You don't trust me to take care of you? God ain't gonna let you get away with that no more, y'all. You can't be with her, brother, just because you don't want to be by yourself. You really don't respect her, don't like her, can't stand her, but you just with her out of habit. That's not the truth. So the feeling with that really is I resent the hell out of you. I resent you. You think about resentment and how this smells. It stinks. How God gonna bless resentment? Now, those of us on this spiritual side, this meditation side, that's where I want now, a lot of church folks to come on over here to that. Because I was a church folks too. And I would have thought where I am now was, demonic and all of that. Now I know better. But even the current state of the world, your old practices are probably not working anyway. My prayers won't work. I couldn't even get a prayer through, y'all, because they were so rehearsed. They were just rehearsed. Because I wasn't connected to it. I wasn't connected to the energy, of prayer. Why was I not connected to the energy of prayer? Because I was sick, pissed off at God. Like, why I got to keep begging you for help when, nigga, you see where I am, though? I mean, why I got to do that? Now, again, that was the old me and my, relationship with God. Now, the thing about meditation is just so beautiful, and I just heard somebody say this, y'all. Meditation takes you out of your role. The longer you meditate, you ain't finna be no therapist no more, no pastor no more, no church lady no more, nobody mama anymore, daughter anymore. All those roles just fall off. And the essence of who you are, that's what begins to surface. And the essence of who you are, it's beauty, it's truth. It's love. It's understanding. Like, really, truly, that's what it is. So, he that hath an ear, let him hear. God is saying, what do you want? If you want joy, peace, and happiness, it's probably going to take you some pain to get there because, y'all, it's two kinds of pain in the world. There's a pain that leads to more pain if you keep doing shit and you know it ain't working for you. And then there's a pain that'll lead to you being well and even whole if you pivot and go the other way. To stay in an unhealthy situation is painful. To leave it is painful. But one of them going to work for you after a while. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I will go on record and say, because I ain't about telling nobody no lie. And going through my awakening, y'all, YouTube helped me a lot. And so that's why I'm on YouTube, hoping that, the stuff that I put out here, will help people while also selling my book. I'm going to keep it real because I cannot lie. I'm going to keep it real. But the thing about it is, I forgot where I was going with that. And so if I forgot, that means that's my guidance. It's time to stop. But Christian Black church folks, write down your intentions and what you want the Lord to do for you, what you want the universe to do for you. Now, I know it's a lot about paying my bills and taking care of my kids and those kind of things. Well, paying your bills will bring you a sense of peace and ease and comfort. So instead of saying, Lord, pay my bills, I want you to write down, I see myself in peace, ease, and comfort. Don't worry about how it's going to come. Don't worry about how it's going to come. I know it sounds crazy, y'all. It sounded so crazy to me. I know it sounds crazy. But for you to get still and write the intentions of how do you want to feel in the next 5 years? How do you want to feel tomorrow? Hell, next week? How do you want to feel? If I want to feel joy and peace and ease and love, I can write that down. But if I want to feel that, I'm also becoming that. I'm doing that. I'm being that. If I don't want to feel stress and lack and scarcity, then I don't need to be talking about that. Because the more you talk about how hard things are, what you don't have, how sick you are, how much you're hurting, the universe is going to think, oh, let me give them some more of that. because they like talking about that. And sometimes I know we don't have a whole lot of other stuff to talk about unless we are, complaining. And I remember reading a quote one time that said that when people are complaining, oftentimes they feel unappreciated. That when you're unappreciated, when you don't feel like you're valued, that's why you complain a lot. And I'm going to say that was true for me. That's definitely when I was complaining a whole lot. When I didn't feel like, I was valued. So a lot of my book is talking about the Blackwell theory is an affirmative theory, affirming. We're talking about how to value and affirm each other, even in our being today. But that ain't got a whole lot to do, y'all. We're going back to the past with no trauma. It got a whole lot to do with that now. Because we just survived it. We've survived the trauma. We want to quit creating trauma. And it starts in our minds, getting our minds still. It starts in what we say. It starts in how we want to feel. And it starts in becoming that. A lot of that starts by turning the news off. You'll hear me say it a lot. And worrying, somebody said, is praying for the negative. When you worry, that is prayer. When you worry, you send the vibration out there. Give me more things to worry about. And you're going to get it every time. What the universe wants us to keep doing is boots on the ground. And I mean that literally, because it makes God's heart, his heart just bursts in joy, seeing us move as one with boots on the ground, because we're having a good time. That's where our magic is, right back there in our authenticity, not being performative. Most of the time when we show up and meet people, we try to become who we think they want us to be. Do all of that. You see them, but they got this on. They driving this. So let me show up and become who I want them to think I am. You see how many different variations you are from your real self. Instead of just saying, girl, that person's cute. That's a nice car. And just being who you are. It's our authenticity. Having fun, loving each other, being kind to each other. Because whatever is coming, whatever this thing is, it's going to definitely try to split us even more, Black people. And this will probably be one of the last chances that we will have a chance to unite, almost as the nation of people that we are. Which means we can't exclude anybody. We can't say that, because of who somebody loved, they ain't one of us. We can't say because of who they voted for, they ain't one of us. We still have to be found in a position of loving, because that's what we do well. But it's also loving ourselves. And a lot of that starts with forgiving ourselves for what we didn't do right, what we got wrong. And a lot of shit we got wrong is because didn't nobody teach us right from wrong. Whatever it is, forgive yourself, forgive your mama, whoever taught you. You got to get in a vibration of love, because that's going to be the ticket as we create Eden on earth. Now, for those of you, I've talked to some of you about this, and I'm not saying it again. I don't believe in hell. I don't believe there's no fire, no pit where any bad person is going to hell. I never believed that I don't believe that at all. The God it's too loving for that. The God that I serve is way too loving for that. But I do believe that we can have heaven right here on earth. I believe we can make it Eden, but it's going to start with how we treat each other and loving each other. Even when you see all the negative stuff on the news about, people say they just killing, robbing this. I want you to start saying, man, they probably are in a lot of pain. I wonder what happened to them. Reserve your judgment and become curious. They probably are in a lot of pain. That much crime, that much killing, they're in a lot of pain. I wonder what happened. And then you go into gratitude with, I'm glad that's a pain that I don't know. And then just be grateful for what you have around you. And then watch your bills get paid. See, the more you focus on bills ain't paid, the money ain't coming. But when you pivot and take your mouth off of other people and put love, if you ain't at a place of love, curiosity, and then gratitude, watch how your situation changes. It starts in your mind. It ain't no hustle no more. What's going on with political and all that, y'all, let them destroy each other. That's their stuff. What I am called to do is to make sure that we are emotionally well, so the Spirit of God, the Spirit of Source, can meet us where we are. A lot of us are walking around, y'all, dead. We're alive, but walking around dead. We ain't got no feeling. No. Everything is just kind of status quo. And if you like that, then I'm not talking to you. You know, it's the people that are restless, that want something differently. So that's all I got for y'all. And be well. Be well.